Yeah, we're looking forward to the challenge in the league this year. We got a difficult start in the league with going on the road to Ole Miss on Thursday, and then following that up with a Saturday, the early game, 1 o'clock against a very talented Missouri team. So it's going to be a challenging open weekend, but I think our non-conference schedule and what we've done has prepared us for the grind of what's going to become this league run this year.
Our first question is from Hugh Kellenberger of the Jackson Clarion Ledger.
Hey, Tony, how are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. I was wondering, how different do you expect Ole Miss to be this week, knowing that they won't have Marshall Henderson, and how do you go about game planning for that? Because it's not like anybody has really seen Ole Miss without him.
Yeah, it's going to be a challenge because he does so much for their team. He draws so much attention. And he's one of those players, Marshall, that makes everybody around him better because of the attention that he draws. So there's not much to go on in terms of Ole Miss without Marshall on the floor. We'll just try to look at the games that they played and some of the times that he's off the floor to figure out what they'll try to do without him on the floor. But make no mistake about it, they've got another player, Jarvis Summers, who's one of the better players in our league. At that guard position, has the ability to do the same things, if not more, than Marshall on the floor with his size, scoring ability to rebound from that guard position. So it's still going to be a difficult matchup, even without Marshall there.
Speaking of Jarvis, where have you seen the leap in him? Because he was a good player last year, but he's taken that next step. Where have you seen that next step come?
Well, it just seems like things have opened up for him. With the attention that Marshall draws, coupled with the front court that with Buckner and those guys that are gone, it seems like he's gotten more aggressive. And he's had moments. He's had great games over the last few years, but now he's just matured into one of the better players in our league, not just from a talent or skill standpoint, but you can really see the mental growth in him on the floor. He's in full command of what he's doing on the court.
Thanks.
Next up is Jerry Tipton of the Lexington Herald-Leader.
Tony, in baseball, they say momentum is only how good your next day's starting pitcher is. In basketball, you guys have won 4 in a row, I believe. How much momentum are you guys carrying into SEC play?
Well, I think we're in a good place mentally. We had a lot of new players this year, and it's just one of those things. It's a process as you try to grow with a young team and get everybody on the same page, develop that chemistry, the style, how you want to play. And, we had some ups and downs through our non-conference season, but we finished it on an up note as guys got more comfortable in their roles and those things. So I don't know who our starting pitcher will be on Thursday, but I feel we're in a good place mentally as we go into league play.